Top of the day to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ibironke Ogumade. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the focal points of this program. When I decided to start the Mentor Me for Success program, I penciled down a number of important topics to share with you. And one of such topics is building an impressive career portfolio. Every student that successfully completes this program would have built for himself or herself a career portfolio. And by completing this program, I mean participating in all task and group projects. Please sit back and enjoy this session. What most of us are used to as a representation of our skills and competencies is the CV, or the abridged version, which is the resume. But I'd like to introduce to you today the concept of the career portfolio and show you why building a portfolio is a more strategic way of taking charge of the future. Building an impressive career portfolio has a way of opening doors of opportunities for any graduate. It is a more deliberate way of planning for life after school. While a CV is merely a list of responsibilities you've executed, a career portfolio, on the other hand, is a collection of documents and samples of projects you have accomplished. In a CV, for example, under the section for skills and competencies, you see things like I have great writing skills, I can work under pressure, I can climb the mountain, I can touch the stars, and so many other things. But under a career portfolio, but a career portfolio doesn't just tell, it shows. It is not just a list of responsibilities. It is a personal marketing brochure that showcases examples of your accomplishments. If at this point you are still in doubt about what a career portfolio is, I will say a career portfolio it is a pictorial collection of your skills, competencies and achievements. The ones you've assembled to show and convince anyone that you have the appropriate skills to execute a job. For example, it is no longer enough to say, I have great writing skills. Have you written any article or articles? Are they published online on any website? How many people have read these articles? How many people have shared it? If you say you have search engine optimization skills, do you have the link to the website or content you've optimized? Do you understand the concept of keyword strategy? If you say you're proficient in the use of Microsoft Excel, show me a document you've created with a package. If you say you have leadership skills, show me the leadership positions you've occupied and the awards you've received. Having a collection and samples of all of these works online and in hard copy is what is referred to as a career portfolio. This now forms the basis for anyone to want to engage you, either as an employee or as a freelance agent. Career portfolio, it is your selling point for the services you're selling. And as a fresh graduate, you might be tempted to say, but I'm not selling anything. The services you're selling are your skills, competencies, knowledge, abilities, and your accomplishments, the ones you've developed over the course of your years as an undergraduate. A portfolio is usually taken along to an interview to demonstrate that you have more than a certificate as an evidence of your education. If you want to be a radio presenter, for example, have a portfolio of mock interviews that you've conducted for some of your lecturers and colleagues, or even a mini documentary that you've done. Be sure to save these sessions online and on your phone. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. You can record something with your phone. Engage the help of your friends, maybe another of your friends who is interested in cinematography. When you commit to building an impressive career portfolio, you will discover that there are a lot of things to be learned. If, for instance, you've made up your mind to become a radio presenter and you start by using your phone to record yourself, Share that recording with some honest friends and even your lecturers for comments. Go back on areas where you need improvements and read up online about how to become a good radio presenter. If you continue at this process long enough, you will discover that you've mastered the art even before graduating. If you are a law student willing to practice one day, then you should spend your free time at the court, watching and learning how lawyers argue, win, and lose cases. Sit in nothing less than 20 court proceedings. Okay, so why is it important to build a career portfolio? The process of putting together a portfolio itself is an highly enlightening and self-awareness process. You get to discover your potentials, that is, what you are likely to become if you commit to the process. By listing the skills you have with evidence to prove that you've mastered the skills, you're taking your future in your hands. This process will help you discover the gaps that exist between where you are and where you're heading. If, for instance, you pick the job description of a radio presenter and it contains 7 competencies, but you've only mastered 2 of those competencies with evidence of projects you've accomplished, then you know you still have 5 more competencies to master. Some of the careers might not be easy to build a portfolio, like if you want to become a pilot, but you can think of creative ways of achieving your objectives. Develop as many skills as possible and tailor your portfolio per time depending on the request. A person with a defined and developed portfolio will stand out when competing for jobs. If all other things are equal in the competition for a job, individuals with a portfolio will win above those who don't have one. The process of building a portfolio itself can be very intimidating initially, especially if there is nothing to document. It's like an old man trying to write his will, but all of a sudden discovers that he has nothing to his name. He will drop the idea. And that's how intimidating the process can be. To build a career portfolio, you must have skills that you've exhibited, competencies that you've demonstrated, achievements and accomplishments that you've recorded. Portfolio is not a CV, though it contains a CV. For every skills that you include, you have works to demonstrate that you've exhibited those skills. And I'm not talking about one sample. In putting together a portfolio, you can include many competencies. But when you're using your portfolio for marketing purpose, you have to be very careful. You can't be selling yourself as a social media marketer and all the works in your portfolio shows that you are a dressmaker. You don't have writing skills, you've never written an article, you don't have any works to show that you have digital marketing skills. The works that you choose to showcase must be the type of work that you want to be hired for. The items included in your portfolio can vary, but at the minimum, it should contain your resume, letter of recommendation, awards and recognitions, list of trainings and courses completed, work samples. If you've written an article, samples of the articles showing the number of people that liked, shared, and comment. If you've optimized a website and it ranks number 1 for major keyword search, take a screenshot. Look for creative ways of showcasing your works. So what happens after building an impressive portfolio? An impressive portfolio helps you leverage on your competencies to work as a freelance agent until a full-time employment comes. The more skills and competencies you have, the higher your chances of taking control of the future. In some other sessions, we'll be looking at the type of competencies you should develop while still in school. I hope that by now you understand the concept of building an impressive portfolio and that you will invest your time in building one by participating in all group projects and assignments. You will also think of innovative ways of achieving the same purpose. It's always a pleasure being with you. Once again, my name is Ibironke Ogumade. Bye for now.